Oh yeah, I think I saw a clip of this too.
Eating disorder therapist. I'm gonna do my best to not use the O word because I find it pretty offensive. So I'm gonna use fat-bodied as we talk.
Okay.
What?
I'm not, okay, here, I'm gonna say this straight up. I am not a medical doctor, okay? So I'm not gonna talk to you about medical diagnosis because that's outside my scope and I'm fully willing to.
That's the entire point of this, isn't it? The entire point of this is medical diagnoses and talking about the medical conditions and risks around obesity. What?
Are we going to send someone down a path of trying to lose weight and then gaining and trying and gaining? And we know that weight cycling in and of itself, bad for the heart, bad for insulin.
We
bad
all,
for the brain,
yes, nobody's denying that.
Work with that individual.
That's what I do in my private practice.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, and I don't encourage weight loss because it's unethical.
What? You don't encourage weight loss because it's unethical to help people improve their bodies. Oh no, what the fuck is wrong? Oh God. So real quick, before this video goes on, I'm gonna be cross-posting this to both my regular channel and my fitness channel, just because I'm also a personal trainer and this is fitness related. So go check that out on my other channel if you want. Now, I saw this video pop up a few weeks ago, and I've just been busy with my personal life to be able to watch this, but now we are going to, and this is something I feel like I can actually contribute to as a personal trainer in my real life. So without further ado, let's watch. And I'm also going to only watch the first claim, just because the other claims don't really seem to interest me too much. If you want to see me go over those, go ahead and comment below or like the video and all that stuff. And there we go.
Would you say that it should be against the law to discriminate against people based on their body size?
Unquestionably.
So why don't we see more fitness and wellness advocates asking for that?
I'm happy to ask for it right now. I didn't know that you thought I wasn't for it.
I wasn't allowed to have a ding dong when I came home and I said, I want ding dongs in my lunch.
Oh, I thought she was talking about trans stuff there for a second. I forgot ding dong is the name of an actual food.
What my mom bought me? Low-fat ding dongs. Maybe there's more to life than trying to lose weight. That's what body positivity has given me.
I mean, do what you want, man. I'm a nihilist, so do whatever the fuck you want. But that being said, there is more to life than losing weight. But if you're obese like that, for instance, that life's not going to be very long, unfortunately. And that's just undeniable fact. What?
You have to love yourself. You have to invite love into the space.
How?
By looking at yourself in the mirror and telling yourself, I'm beautiful.
It's not gonna work, kid.
It does
That's
work.
an SNL skit.
Are Americans fat-phobic and obsessed with unrealistic beauty standards? Or has the body positivity
I don't care about you.
normalized
Get the fuck off my screen,
habits and
bitch.
lifestyle?
That obesity is not healthy and pretending it is puts lives at risk.
That's just fact. I don't know who the fuck can disagree with that. Oh yeah, I also forgot. This is Jillian Michaels, by the way, who's talking. Her politics are fucking trash. I know she comes from The Biggest Loser or something like that as one of their personal trainers on that show. I've seen clips of her, and I'm not necessarily a big fan of how she coaches people. Honestly, not really at all. But this might be one of the few times where I align with her, unfortunately, just because, like, obesity is not healthy and pretending it puts lives at risk. That's just fact. Oh yeah, I think I saw a clip of this too.
Eating disorder therapist. I'm gonna do my best to not use the O word because I find it pretty offensive. So I'm gonna use fat-bodied as we talk.
Okay.
What? This is the only... I was beginning to watch this video a few weeks ago, and then I saw that, and then I knew, yeah, this had to be a video I got to talk about. It's so stupid. Fat-bodied sounds way more offensive than obese. What the fuck are you talking about? Obese is a medical term. Fat-bodied sounds like something that somebody would call it somebody else to insult them. That is so stupid. Okay.
Do you understand why people find it harmful and triggering?
Overweight and obese is literally just having too much body fat. It
Yes.
has nothing to do with the quality of the person.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
Okay.
Are we going to debate the claim?
Yeah,
Or
I just
are
wanted
we
to-
Gonna...
She gets so confused. I am too. What are they going to talk about? This section goes on for 20 minutes.
Yeah, I wanted to clarify though. The
Are we going to
language-
pretend like I'm a 3 and you're my mommy, telling me how to talk?
Wow.
As you can see, I don't really like Jillian Michaels that much. She has a shitty ass personality. Going right out the gate with the fucking demeaning talk. Okay. Great. I hate to be on her side on this, by the way. Trust me.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Oh, God.
the claim that
She looks
you're
like
saying is that it is inherently unhealthy to live in a fat body.
Obese specifically. Overweight is kind of like mixed. I've seen apparently some studies say that you can be overweight and relatively healthy, have healthy biomarkers and stuff like that. But obesity is a specific term for people who are extra fat, carrying a lot of fat and stuff like that, right? That's just a whole new level above being fat.
It's inherently unhealthy to have
Yes.
excess body fat. Yes.
Okay. Where are you getting that information from?
What do you mean where you're getting that information from? Is this a fucking joke?
Okay. There are dozens of MRT trials that show having excess body fat. Dozens is causal, not
Oh,
correlated.
no, that's not true. There's no disease that just fat-bodied people get.
I didn't say that.
Nobody said
I didn't
that.
say that. But obesity lends itself to all-cause mortality across the board. Have you heard of something?
That is just objective fact. If you have more body fat and you have more weight, there's a reason you are at risk for higher risk, for cardiovascular disease. Your heart has to pump more blood and you're going to have a higher resting heart rate. That's bad for you long term. You don't want that. There's also the issue of how much weight you're putting on your joints just by walking as somebody who is obese. Weakened legs over time, weakened leg joints over time is a massive issue when you get to a point where you're too heavy. That's not even deniable. That's just basic, not only common sense, but objective fact.
Thing called adiposopathy.
I haven't heard
Okay,
that.
so you know it means literally sick fat.
Ah,
And you understand how it works? Okay, tell me how it works.
So it's
that was good. That's good. Make her explain it. She said yes. Make her explain it.
additional layer of fat in the stomach area.
No, that's not what it is. It works as follows. When we eat too much food that has energy that we're not utilizing, the body needs to put that energy somewhere, right? So it puts it in fat cells. So it puts it in initially subcutaneous fat cells, a little bit of visceral fat, which is fat around the organs. And at first you have hyperplasia, which means we're recruiting new little fat cells, which isn't barely a bad thing up to a point. Now, the issue is that once you can no longer recruit more fat cells, right, you get hypertrophy. So the fat cells start to expand. And this is exceptionally dangerous because what ends up happening is the blood vessels get outpaced. So the fat cells can't get oxygen and they start screaming, literally. And when they do, they release
I don't hear any screaming. Take that, Jillian. I'm just joking.
cytokines, inflammatory proteins, right?
I want to
Oh,
pause.
no, of course you do want to pause. Because it's irrefutable. You don't even know what I'm talking about. So,
Jillian, okay,
I
first,
don't like the demeaning, condescending tone again. But that being said, this is an eating disorders therapist that she said, right? Like, how do you not know about this?
I don't appreciate the way that you're speaking to me.
I agree with
You called me
that.
out for just trying to understand the languaging and saying I was talking to like a 3-year-old, but I felt like I was talking to you very respectfully. You're talking to me very disrespectfully right now.
here's the thing.
And I want to.
I agree with that.
You understand it, but you don't understand it. You fundamentally didn't describe it accurately.
But what I understand is that
What's lipotoxicity?
I don't want to talk about.
I swear, Jillian Michaels' image can be so much better if she wasn't a fucking asshole. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm not, okay, here, I'm gonna say this straight out. I am not a medical doctor, okay? So I'm not gonna talk to you about medical diagnosis because that's outside my scope and I'm fully willing to.
That's the entire point of this, isn't it? The entire point of this is medical diagnoses and talking about the medical conditions and risk around obesity. What? Oh my God.
Hey, I'm fully willing to be wrong. What I am here to talk to you about is the fact that people in fat bodies are irreparably harmed going into the medical system every single day because of the term, the O word. So
I think she actually has a point here. From what I'm aware of, there is discrimination going on in the medical field around obese people. They are just told to lose fat and stuff like that, right? Even though fat isn't the source of all fucking issues that you can have, there are some issues that a fat person can have that are not caused by their fat, and then they're prescribed, go lose the weight. That's not helpful, obviously, right? But that being said, that is not the prompt on the screen. That's a completely different discussion. And the O word, dude, it's a medical term.
That's what you want to litigate?
yeah,
Okay, that's not the claim, though.
the idea
Exactly,
that
yeah.
fat-bodied people are inherently unhealthy is
Oh, geez, I get the fucking ick when you call people fat-bodied. Oh my gosh. What next? Are we gonna start saying big-boned again?
I believe incorrect.
You're wrong.
No, I'm not wrong.
Robust,
Wait, what'd she say?
Unhealthy is, I believe, incorrect.
You're wrong.
No,
What?
I'm not
There's a
wrong.
robust amount of data.
I'm not wrong.
Okay, so let me finish the
You
thought.
can't look at.
Then let me finish the
Let me
thought.
finish my thought first.
Oh boy, this is a shit show.
You can't look at a person's body and tell whether or not tell their health status.
So fat is an endocrine organ. When it overgrows, it does wreak havoc in the body. I didn't finish telling you what happens.
That is
So
true, yeah,
when
she cut
the
her off.
oxygen can't get to those fat cells, they'll die and they'll rupture. And then the immune system starts dumping macrophages in to try to clean it up.
But do you know what's
But they
even more
can't
unhealthy
clean it up.
is weight cycling. And as we talked about earlier,
What does that have to do with the fucking prompt? That, you know, that I'm not necessarily surprised that this is what this is turning into, right? Nobody can debate the prompt because it's objectively true. And it's clear Jillian knows her stuff here. So they're just talking about random shit that doesn't have anything to do with whether obesity is healthy or not. She just completely fucking derailed the discussion to weight cycling now. What?
only except for your people who
claim. If you want to talk about that claim, we can. The claim is.
So then what are you supposed to do though? So let's say this person is in a fat body and they are inherently unhealthy, right? We're telling they're unhealthy because they're in this fat body. What are they supposed to do?
What are you supposed to do if you are What are you supposed to do if you're inherently unhealthy in a fat body? You lose the fucking weight. Oh my God.
Significantly more prone to all-cause mortality.
For me, intentional weight loss fails 95 to 98% of the time. So what is the...
Well, there's a bunch of systematic issues that go into why weight loss is like something that's really hard to do long term. There are a lot of things that go into it. The food industry, lack of accountability, responsibility, ease of access to high calorie foods. There is a lot of reasons why it's hard to burn the weight and then keep it off long term. And I say this as somebody who has done that. I could flash my before and after pics up here. I used to be 220 pounds and then I went down to 160 for about 6 years. Currently I'm at 180 because I'm competing in MMA and the extra weight helps and stuff, you know, but there's a bunch of issues that go into that, which I'm not sure they can cover, especially considering they have the red flags going up. It is a huge rabbit hole of problems contributing to why weight loss is a very hard thing to do and maintain long term.
Because weight is not an individualistic pursuit. You
What?
narrow it down to this idea that it's causal, like that they're just not trying hard enough. But that is...
say that. It's multifactorial.
Okay, yeah, she gets it too. Okay, that surprises me.
Unquestionably, a lot of people lose weight. The problem, right, is that they put it back on. Are we in agreement?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Why do you think?
Okay, we gotta pause.
Oh man, it was just kind of getting somewhere good.
I'm sorry.
John, I'm getting somewhere.
Yeah, voted out by the majority. Please return to your seat.
That was actually about to go somewhere pretty good. Oh, fucking hell.
Hello.
Hi.
I have lived in a fat body for like as long as I can remember.
Well, how old are you?
I've known very many fat people, and I don't think any
That's anecdotal.
of us, the people that I know, I can only speak to the people that I know, I don't think any of us are pretending that we're okay with it. What I want to say here is I live with autoimmune disorders, I live with chronic illness, and I'm also neurodivergent. And this is, the body positivity movement has made it so that I can tolerate this life. I can find ways to thrive, even
That's good,
still.
at least.
But I'm not pretending that this doesn't bother me. And by bother, I mean that it doesn't hurt to carry my weight. I'm willing to concede with you that carrying around extra weight is harder. It is. But it must be done.
I don't know that I agree with you.
Okay. Tell me more, please.
Well, tell me why you think it must be done.
Because I've worked really hard to not have this.
What does that mean?
Well, if you worked really hard to not have that and you are entirely self-guided, then yeah, you're going to have a lot of issues. That's part of the reason why a lot of people get personal trainers, because they tried to get rid of it themselves and they don't know how to do it, because it turns out losing weight and maintaining that weight loss is very difficult, especially if you are entirely self-guided and don't know what you're doing, which, let's be honest, most people don't.
Like you beat yourself up in the gym or something?
No, I don't. That's not fun.
No, I'm not. I'm just trying to understand what you mean.
What I mean is that I grew up with a number of undiagnosed conditions, and
That
even I can think back to like middle school, and I couldn't keep up when the PE teacher would make us like run laps, and I'm like, this is physically aching me, and I didn't understand why. And I didn't understand why because I grew up with a single parent, undocumented single parent. We were bound to the medical system that we had access to. I've done what I needed to do a number of times.
Why are people raising flags? Let her tell her story.
Try to lose weight.
What did you try? Tell me.
I've worked out at the gym. I've tried to do Pilates.
Well, I mean, what does working out at the gym entail? Going on the fucking treadmill and walking for like 2 hours? Like, what does that actually entail? Because what you do in the gym matters a lot. Not all gym exercise is the same. They'll do different things for you based on what machines and what kind of stuff you're actually doing. Are you sled pushing? Are you doing squats? What does that mean?
Yoga, even yoga.
What does yoga?
That hurts me.
I don't think yoga helps with weight loss personally, but you do you, queen.
Okay, so the exercise causes you pain.
The exercise
autoimmune
causes
condition.
me.
Okay, no problem. I'm with you.
Dieting, for example.
Okay.
That doesn't make any sense to me. I don't think that food
What?
makes very much sense to me in my neurodivergent brain.
This is where mechanistic eating actually helps people who are neurodivergent, and the research supports that because it doesn't have to make sense to you.
Okay.
In other words, it's like you eat on these schedules and you eat these foods and you eat this much, hence the concept, right, of mechanistic.
I don't like that.
I understand that you don't like it, but you'll have to decide which you don't like more. Carrying the weight or the mechanistic eating? Because it actually could be helpful. There are other ways forward, but you told me you tried them.
I tried a whole lot. There's a lot of other things.
Again, it really depends on what you tried, how long you tried for. Like, did you stay in the gym for like 2 months, 2 years? Again, what did you do exactly? There are so many things that we need as trainers. And I think she would agree here. We need to know exactly what you did, so that way we could tell you why it was wrong or why it didn't work. And then we prescribe you something better. Because we know what we're doing. That's our entire job. And I'm not saying that to fucking like self-promote myself or anything here, to be entirely clear. But that's just what these kinds of people need. If you try so hard, got so far, and in the end, it didn't even happen, get help. Get a guide.
Things to be concerned about. I'm also a social worker. I work with youth. There are a lot of...
Let's go back to you
Yes. I'm saying for me, right? There are many things that I'm more concerned about than my weight. My body is not the most interesting thing about
brought
me.
up your weight and said, I don't see a way out of this.
Right.
I've tried
and
everything.
I'm telling you care of it in the way
Just keep in mind, by the way, this doesn't have anything to do with the prompt.
that I can and I've found works for me.
But you just told me it didn't work for you.
But it works to an extent.
You just told me it didn't work for you.
It works to an extent.
Then this is an irrelevant conversation if you're happy with it.
I stand on 10 toes down, that we are not pretending that
But
this
there's
is
healthy
okay.
at any size. There are absolutely elements and aspects of the movement that do put that messaging into the universe. I've had those debates.
You've said?
I've had numerous
I want
debates
to-
with people who are body positivity activists that try to tell me that they can be healthy at any size. And it's just not the case.
And I disagree with that.
And I can
got a
get into
pause
this
there.
debate.
Oh, you disagree with that, but you never fucking debated the prompt.
Shame as a vehicle.
And I'm sorry we have to pause. You've been voted out by the majority. Please.
Yeah, I wonder why.
What I'm curious about is if you care about people's health and you have people in front of you, and I'm sure you have people online who are telling you that the body positivity movement, or I prefer body liberation, body justice, body acceptance,
Oh boy.
body blah, all the
Slay.
good shit that we like actually increases their health, then
Wait,
I
I'm
don't
sorry, what?
like actually increases their health, then I don't understand your debate. Like, what are you debating if the fat people are telling you it makes their life better?
I'm debating their physical health, and I'm debating the people who claim that you can be physically healthy at any size.
Okay. Do you think you can be physically healthy and mentally unhealthy at the same time?
Of course, but that's not the claim.
Who would deny that? That's insane.
Okay, sure.
Even like bodybuilders and people who are physically healthy will have stuff like body dysmorphia, for instance, and they can have a bunch of other things too. What? Okay, let's see where she's going with this.
I think the part where I get stuck, I am a mental health professional.
Oh boy.
I work with people from a body liberation standpoint. I work with people in all shapes of bodies.
Okay.
What I know to be true from my experience is that body positivity, body liberation helps people take care of themselves. It's very difficult to understand why you think somebody is going to take better care of a body they hate. Like, why?
Well, I think it's kind of nuanced. There are good aspects of the body positivity movement. You wouldn't catch me saying that 4 years ago. But there are good aspects of it. Do love your body and everything like that. But at the same time, she said something about taking care of the body they hate.
And why you think somebody is going to take better care of a body they hate?
While the entire idea is to take a body that they hate, improve it, and turn it into a body that they love. That's the entire point. And there's good aspects of the body positivity movement that emphasize improving your health and stuff like that. But then it seems like you have people like possibly some of the other people surrounding who think that you can be healthy at every size, and that stereotypical shit that died in like 2021. That is just completely contradictory with reality. And I've debated them too. I know they still exist to an extent. But I think that part of the movement has largely died out now, thanks to Ozempic and all these weight loss drugs that are starting to be bought by everybody. And then you see all the body positivity advocates from like 2020, 2019 are now losing weight because they're hyping themselves up on Ozempic and stuff like that.
Like, why body positivity would not inspire people to take better care of their bodies?
My argument. I never said you should hate your body. In fact,
No,
you
you
should.
didn't.
Okay, so I don't think that. What I think is that there are people in the movement who have co-opted healthy at any size, and it went from access to healthcare to quite literally meaning for them that you can be healthy at any size, and that's not true.
It's crazy that there hasn't been a single person who actually full on engaged with the prompt so far, by the way. It's probably because it's true.
Okay. I mean, the studies show that if you're very, 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 very thin, or your body is very, 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 very big, it is more difficult to be healthy. That is absolutely
Well, yeah. If you're anorexic and you look like Eugenia Cooney or something, yeah, no shit, you're unhealthy. You're starving yourself.
But then you agree with me on this point.
I don't, because I don't
What?
think body positivity is the dangerous thing. I think
But that's not what the claim is. What? The body positivity stuff comes after this.
I think hatred of fat bodies and people hating themselves and people
That's
living
not
in
the
self-loathing
prompt.
because they've been taught that their body is the wrong shape. That's the danger.
Both can be true at once. So let's look at this, right? So the
Okay.
first thing we would want to do, obviously, is incentivize somebody. So it's like, okay, what's the why that's going to allow you to tolerate the how? But hold on. That's the positive. That's the inspiration piece. Okay? Now, here's the issue. If that piece, if all the things that they get out of it don't serve them as much as the things they're getting out of being overweight, and it does provide quite a lot. I can give you an example.
Wait.
Then they're not going unconsciously, they will sabotage the change. Can I give you an example so you'll understand it? Okay, there was a kid that I worked with
Okay.
on Biggest Loser. He's 18 years old.
Okay.
He shows up with his dad, Ken. They both lose like 100 pounds. They go home and they're visiting their family. It's the holidays. Doors fly open and there's mom. And mom starts crying. And she's not crying tears of joy. She
What?
feels like they're going to abandon her, like they broke the contract,
That's
like
fucked
they've
up.
outgrown her. And she becomes sad and she withdraws. So what does the 18-year-old do? He starts eating with mom again. What does the food provide him? A connection with his mom. That's something similar with my dad. It was one of the ways that we connected. Food provides a lot of people with a lot of different things.
Yes, you cannot eat and not have your parasympathetic nervous system turn on at the same time. There's no such thing as not emotional eating. It's fine. It's good. It's great. Food is great.
But what I'm trying to show you is that if, in some cases,
Don't let that red flag
pain
flow up.
associated with continuing that defense mechanism is greater than the pain associated with change, it helps people change in some cases.
Not in the long term. And I
Maybe
struggle.
you lost there. Sorry, you've been voted out by the majority. Please return.
She made a
to
good
your
point
seat.
there, though. Not gonna lie. Almost over with this section.
So earlier you were speaking about how there's randomized controlled trials that show.
Oh, if someone actually engaged with the prompt for once. Oh boy, can't wait.
Trials that have now shown us that obesity is causal to all-cause mortality.
Okay, so I disagree with that. I think there's going to be a problem with.
How do you disagree with that? How do you disagree with that?
Dozens.
Yes.
Good
So
fact check
here's
them.
why I disagree. Because
You can disagree.
no,
but
but let me please let me hear me out.
I want to hear her out. I want to hear her
The
out.
reason why is because registered dietitian, school for 6 years, study nutrition. Wait,
How are you a dietitian and you disagree with that? Okay, let's hear her out. Let's hear her out.
so all the stuff, and we can't keep.
Lipotoxicity.
Let her speak,
Doesn't come with my
Jillian.
curriculum because it's bullshit. Because it's a TikTok
What?
thing that's like, cortisol face or whatever. But please, just
Listen
back
to
the
me.
studies.
It is not bullshit.
studies, back to the
It's
studies.
ectopic fat.
But can we just
It's
say,
when
because you
fat
keep sidestepping
ends
and then we
up-
can
I'm
never
not
get anywhere.
sidestepping. This is
Oh
the
boy,
claim.
here we go.
Okay, the claim is that obesity is unhealthy. Lipotoxicity
But the
is
reason-
not bullshit.
but-
It is the definition of ectopic fat.
It's
When
funny it never
fat
came up in
gets
6 years of a
deposited-
professional accredited undergrad.
What's fatty liver disease?
I know what fatty liver. I was a
What
clinical
is it?
dietitian. in a
That's
hospital.
lipotoxicity.
I've had fatty liver disease for reference, by the way, and I reversed it, and I have never had it since 2020.
Okay. When fat is in the liver, when fat is in the heart, when fat gets deposited in the brain,
Yeah.
that is lipotoxicity, and it happens when the body has no place to put the excess energy anymore.
Okay.
It is irrefutable that that is bad for your health.
Can we just go back to the correlation doesn't equal causation? So you're saying there's causal studies, right?
Yes,
Okay.
MRT
Yes.
studies that
The
show
acronym is great. Okay. So my thing is the reason why we cannot show that the fat in and of itself leads to the negative health outcomes is because we cannot keep a human in a lab and control every factor, but have the only thing that's different.
Mendelian randomized.
But can you just
controlled
listen? So a person,
That
a person.
What? You can see how the body interacts with itself if you keep them there for a certain amount of time. What the fuck are you talking about? Nobody's going to be locked up in a lab for like 10 years or something like that. But that being said, you can always check in like every month or every week or something like that. Oh boy. I need to see how specifically the studies were done. They'll see if they watched them over the course of years and stuff like that. Because it's possible to fucking get medically checked up and go get a scan like every month or something like that for the sake of a study. That's not, what are you talking about?
Eliminates any conflating factors because they're based on genetic predispositions coupled with lifestyle.
But can I just share something? A person in a larger body has experienced things that we can't undo from the fat. So for example, they might have negative health outcomes because every time they go to a doctor, instead of being given an evidence-based treatment, like I have unearned thin privilege, I go to a doctor, I say, you know, my stomach hurts.
Oh boy, okay. I don't disagree.
I get a full workup.
I don't disagree with that. Thin privilege in the medical industry is a problem. That being said, that's not engaging with the prompt.
Flat. Are you trying to tell me
my stomach hurts? I get a full workup.
Whoops.
is flat? Are you trying to tell me that
No,
having fat in your liver,
I just want to talk
having
about
fat in your heart, having fat deposited in your brain is healthy?
No, I just want to talk
Okay,
about.
so no, you're not trying to say that it's healthy.
No, I'm not trying to tell you that is what I said. I was never talking about the health of it.
Okay.
I'm trying to say
What the fuck do you think the prompt is? Okay.
everything
Okay, let's just get this over with. Let's just finish the video.
you're saying is hinging on this idea, and it's a problem that we disagree on it, that it's the weight in and of itself that leads to the negative health outcomes. You're saying this MRT totally is
Fat is an endocrine organ.
I know, but can you, what about,
It destroys your hormone balance. It creates insulin sensitivity.
What about
when
the
the
fact-
body has too much fat, it releases insane amounts of different.
I just wonder, have you heard of social determinants of health?
Tell me
What does
about
that have to do with
Social
that?
determinants of health, a group of factors that impact someone's health outcomes. That are things like your healthcare access and quality, neighborhood and built environment, things like your stress levels, socioeconomic status. And here's the thing: a person who's fat or lives in a larger body, we can't take away that person has probably experienced higher stress levels their whole life from experiencing marginalization every corner, from shows like The Biggest Loser.
What does that have to do with the fat that's around your fucking organs?
To the doctor's office.
Okay.
We can't take away that they haven't been given evidence-based health options because when they go to a doctor, they're told to go lose
when
weight.
fat gets deposited.
What does that have to do with the fact that there is a causal link between fat surrounding your organs and all of these other fucked up things that happened when you have too much fat, too much visceral fat, too much subcutaneous fat, all of these things? What does that have to do with it?
In
But
the
you're
brain.
not answering what I'm saying.
How does I'm confused. Are you suggesting these are the reasons people become overweight?
No, I'm suggesting that a person could be in a larger body and be perfectly healthy based on their labs, their cholesterol.
7% of people who are classified as
You're aware that there's more than those two biomarkers, right?
overweight or obese, call it whatever you guys feel comfortable with, only 7% are classified as healthy.
Say that was true. Say we knew for
I can go
certain.
grab the data for you right now if you want.
Say we knew for certain that it was what you're saying is true.
And
then,
here's the
but even then, we'd be in this place where, okay, so what do we do? Are we going to send someone down a path of trying to lose weight and then gaining and trying and gaining? And we know that weight cycling in and of itself bad for the heart, bad for insulin.
We
bad
all,
for the brain,
yes,
bad
nobody's
for all the
denying
things.
that.
We work with that individual.
That's what I do in my private practice.
Well, that's wonderful.
Yeah, and I don't encourage weight loss because it's unethical.
What? You don't encourage weight loss because it's unethical to help people improve their bodies. Oh no, what the fuck is wrong? Oh God. Oh, that pisses me off a lot. Oh no. Oh God, Jillian, please. Oh my God, if there was ever a time I wanted her to be condescending, please. Oh God. That is, for all the reasons that we've talked about up until this point, that is fucking ridiculous. Absolutely insane. Fire this chick. That is horrible.
I disagree with you.
And what's ethical? You were
unethical.
asking before,
I think
what
it's
do
unethical
professionals
not
do?
to be transparent with people
And
about the
transparent.
dangers.
Yeah, transparency is the dangers of weight cycling. You can go down that path.
Your job as a dietitian for people who are obese is to get them to lose the weight and keep the weight off. not weight cycle. You're supposed to be there long term for them to make sure they don't weight cycle. They're supposed to stay at a healthy weight. Oh my God. This is so fucking stupid.
Separate issue. You're presuming they're weight cycling. If you're doing your job, they shouldn't have to.
Exactly.
No, it's not about me. It's about the body. The body is so smart. But we're animals. Our bodies, when we lose weight, our body goes, oh shit, she just starved me. I'm gonna do everything I can to try to get back to that place.
And you're supposed to do your job and make sure they don't fucking gain that weight back. You're a dietitian. Diet plays the biggest role in helping people lose weight and get rid of that excess fat around their organs so they can be healthy. That is your job, and you just admitted you're not doing that. What the fuck?
About thoughts about food.
I think it's more
Slow down metabolism to conserve the energy you are
Are
getting.
you suggesting that because it's hard and it's multifactorial, we should negate the dangers and not try to
I'm
get
suggesting
healthier?
that it's more dangerous to weight cycle than it is to stay in a fat body.
Still,
You're not the entire point. You're supposed to keep them from weight cycling, you dumbass. Oh God.
not the claim. And if you want to show me that, I'd like, sure, show me the data. I'm not going to argue with that. It's not healthy to do that either. That's still not the claim.
Your claim
This
is
isn't a
not in and of itself.
hierarchy of what is
we're out
unhealthy.
of time. We have to pause there.
Thank God we're out of time. Oh my God, I can't take any more of that shit. Holy fuck. Well, that last person really pissed me off. Oh no, that was bad, dude. Most of the people did not engage with the prompt on hand. Those that did made complete idiots of themselves. I'm sorry to say. I'm not gonna fucking sugarcoat it. That was god awful. Oh boy. I'm at a loss for words that people like this exist out there in the medical industry, dude. I really am. It's unethical to help people lose weight. I don't have many words to say to that, man. Besides, oh God. I'm just sending the video here. I don't have much to say to that. That actually pissed me off. I'm not gonna lie. That really pissed me off as somebody who's lost the weight and maintained the weight loss and did not weight cycle and then is objectively more healthier now than I was when I was fat. Oh God, that was fucking holy shit. Yeah, I'm ending this shit.